live. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, everybody from the river.
It's not Monday anymore. It's Tuesday.
You got your coffee?
Got my coffee. Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Oh, I like your dolphins.
I know. I went and swam with the
Pretty.
dolphins down in Orlando.
Did you?
Like a year and a half ago.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
So good morning, everybody. How are we doing? Let's check in, take the temperature,
Yeah.
see what's happening in the world, and how you all are doing. Just jump on with us. Give us a little good morning in the comments so we know you're there.
Yeah.
My computer's being a little bit slow.
They're being kind of cranky today.
Oh my gosh, Jeryl was cranky. The computer's cranky
this morning.
I'm not cranky.
I'm not cranky now, but boy, I sure was this morning, it seemed like. You know, have you had those mornings yourself where you just wake up and the further you go, the behinder you get? And that seemed to be kind of one of those. So.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think we're set up so that we can see your comments.
Okay, I'm not getting your stream, Teri, so have you shared it out?
I did not.
Okay.
But it should be on my timeline.
Well, I'll have to go there.
Okay.
Bear with us just a moment. We weren't able to get all the comments, and everybody wants to talk to us, and we want to talk to you. So we want to make sure that we're getting everyone's comments and answering all your questions.
Okay, I put it in the river.
Okay, there we go. Got it. Okay, let me turn down my volume.
All right, we got some people on. Good morning, whoever is watching.
There's Lillian. Good morning, Lillian. We were speaking about you earlier.
Yes.
So glad that you're feeling better this morning. And we're anxious to hear about how your mom's doing once you hear from her. Yeah.
Okay, so I see people are on. Let us know who you are. Type in the comments where you are. Also, where in the world are you?
Yeah.
We are in Central Florida. We're sitting by the beautiful St. Johns River, and you can see on the one camera, you can see the river and what's going on out here this morning as the day starts to unfold. We're starting to get some light. We were out here before there was any light.
Yeah.
And just the calmness today. The river is moving faster than what it has been when we come out here. Mm-hmm. So there's a bit of a current. There's some beautiful clouds over that way. And of course, our ospreys. The ospreys have already been out this morning. They've already caught a fish. We saw it carry it up to the tree that they go into.
Peggy Mulcahy's with us. Good morning, Peggy.
Hi, Peggy. Hello and welcome.
You know, part of this is, as Teri was saying, was taking the temperature, taking the pulse of what's going on with everyone. Mm-hmm. I noticed as I was scrolling through Facebook as we were getting ready this morning, people's nerves are starting to get strained a little bit. You know, we've been in this relative isolation for over a week now. And I think there's a little bit of cabin fever maybe going on. And tensions are kind of amping up just a little bit. So how can we combat that? I want to use a different word. That word sounds wrong to me. How can we
adapt?
Soothe that and adapt to what's going on right now?
Yeah, we really need adaptability right now because everything is changing. So what are you all doing? What's everyone doing out there to really flow with the changes and not go into a state of resistance? We were just discussing a friend who had so much resistance to having to do something different now than what was done before as far as work to make a living. Many of us don't have that option. We do what we do, and we don't have a backup plan. We don't have a plan B. Right. So, how are you all adapting? What's some of your thoughts of how you're really allowing change in your life and flowing with it and maybe getting creative? I think this is a time for us all to get creative. Absolutely. And look at our options. Look at what can I do. I know what I can't do right now because businesses are shutting down, and we don't know for how long. It may be 2 weeks, it may be longer. Some of them may go out of business because of the financial situation from having to lose that business for a couple of weeks. So how are you adapting? And just talk to us and tell us some of your thoughts. Let's get creative. That's the whole thing right now.
We got a bunch of people popping on. Your sister Brenda Evans, or
that's my niece.
Your niece
Hi,
Brenda is on. Good morning, Brenda. Sherry Hines is here. She says, "Good morning," and Sharon Boyle. For a week now, a week and a day. Last time I was out in the public was a week ago yesterday. Becky is with us again this morning.
Good morning, Becky.
And Dolores. Dolores and Gracia Acevedo. I apologize if I'm mispronouncing your name. I know what that's like. I've had my name mispronounced my whole life, so I'm used to it. But good morning to all of you. I hope you all have your cup of coffee or tea or whatever beverage it is you drink in the morning. And in your case, Sharon, let's see, 6 hours, it's afternoon for you. Oh, you just froze after saying my name. Okay.
Yeah, I saw that we were frozen.
Okay. So now I'm seeing us.
Now we're back.
Okay. Yeah. So thank you, Sharon, for letting us know too. Let's see. So we had Dolores and Becky, and don't you feel like you're kind of in Romper Room?
I know.
Remember that where she had the mirror and she says, "I see you, Bobby. I see you, Billy."
Oh. But and now I see our comments on Enlightened World. Yes. We decided to stream this on my timeline, Teri Angel, but also on Enlightened World, because we are part of Enlightened World, and Jeryl is officially a member of Enlightened World Network now. Galia, good morning from Bulgaria. And Julie Kiss says, "Love the river." Thank you so much, Julia. Thank you for coming on. They're on Enlightened World.
I've got that over here. So hello, good morning.
Yeah, so thank you all for coming on with us, and share this out. If there's someone that could use a morning pick-me-up, then just share it out to them.
Yeah, please do. So, speaking of being a new member of the Enlightened World family, is now a good time to make my announcement?
Yes.
Lillian, I teased you with it. Good morning, Tina. How are you doing this morning? I have an announcement to make today. I'm so excited. As some of you that have known me for a while may have seen, a year ago, I did a show on Facebook called Rising Up with Jeryl, and where I used to interview a lot of alternative healers, mediums, just people in the spiritual alternative arts fields. And over the last couple of months, it's been kind of on my mind again. And John Fiore, who actually named my show, some of you know John, he said, "When are you going to start that up again?" And that kind of started the thoughts rolling in my head. And as time went on, my angels were going, Jeryl Ann, it's kind of time to come out of hiding and do your thing again. And so I made the decision, and as of now, I'm going to, on Saturday nights, starting this Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, I will be returning with Rising Up with Jeryl Ann. Teri's going to be my first guest because Teri was my first guest when I did it before. And we're going to talk about what's going on and have some really practical things that people can do to get through this. And also, those that come on, you know, it's one thing for you to listen to us on these shows, but I'm going to have guests on that you can reach out to in between shows and connect to, because this is going to be ongoing for a while and there's going to be some fallout that we have to deal with as well. So we're going to lighten things up. We're going to try to raise our vibrations. We'll be rising up, and also give some very practical and real ways that we can heal ourselves. Because I don't know about you, but I find that like this morning, I have no reason to be cranky. Look at that view. I mean, I just have no reason. But I'm finding that, you know, certain things are coming up with all of this. And there are techniques that I do that I know I can do for myself that will clear that out and get me back to where I need to be.
Julie says, congratulations.
Thank you, Julie.
And she says, if we come down for our second home in Florida, it said we would have to stay for 14 days. Have you heard that as well? I have not, Julie, I don't listen to the news. I get my news from like the CDC website, and if the governor happens to hold a press conference, then he would tell us something like that.
There was something like that recently. What it is, yes, if the governor of the state of Florida has said, and I think our camera view has turned around over there, Teri. No? Okay. No. Okay. I'm seeing something else. So what the governor has said, if someone has traveled by plane or internationally, that they're asking that people self-quarantine for at least 14 days. So yes, you are correct about that. And that's just kind of what they're asking everybody to do, especially if someone has traveled internationally, which I don't know how many international flights there are, but if you travel by plane, and I think I know what it is. If you're coming out of New York, and you're Julie, I think you're in New York. If you're coming out of New York, in particular, the states that are heaviest hit, you have to quarantine for 14 days. That's what it was. Thank you.
Okay, there's my mind answer.
It's early yet.
It is, and I see that we keep freezing. That may have something to do with the fact that I have Facebook on. So let me close out of Facebook, and Jeryl Ann can monitor the comments for us.
Diane, good morning. Diane Beyersdorfer is with us this morning. And Peggy says, yes, there are mandates in place for travel from New York and New Jersey. Thank you. Okay. Thank you, Peggy. I forgot New Jersey.
Thank you for that info. Yeah. So I turned Facebook off on my computer, so it should not freeze up anymore. Okay. We're putting that intention out there.
Yes, New York. Okay.
Yeah.
And oh my gosh, Galia, you're from Bulgaria. I'd be curious to know what's going on in Bulgaria. How this is impacting, and do you have the virus there at this point, and what's happening? So if you would comment on that, that would be great.
Yeah.
Deidre is with us.
Good morning, Deidre.
How are you this morning? Got your coffee?
I love seeing these faces in we envision your face when we hear your name.
Yes.
But I love that you all are coming with us to have coffee every morning. Yeah. That feels very special to me. So this is a new habit that Jeryl Ann and I have created. I mean, Yeah, we would come out to the river and have our coffee, but usually a little bit later
Uh-huh.
than this. So we have developed a new habit of getting up earlier, coming out here, socializing. So, what new habits have you all developed? I want to hear from you all. Type in the comments if there's something that you have changed now that you're having to adapt to maybe being home when you weren't home before, having kids home when they were usually in school or something. So, what new habits or new things have you been doing with all of this? Let's just hear some comments from people and
Sherry,
let us know.
Sherry Kaplan is with us this morning.
Well, good morning, Sherry.
Hi.
Thank you for having coffee with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is what this show is all about. It's your show. And we just want to know how everybody's taking care of yourself. Self-care is so important. If we don't take care of ourselves, then we don't have anything to give to anybody else. So, like, we had to, or I'll speak for myself, I had to really pay attention to get to sleep, get to bed and get to sleep at a decent hour because I was so used to staying up until like 2 o'clock in the morning. But now my mind knows that I'm going to be getting up earlier. I'm going to be coming out here and trying to put two words together that make sense. So I've had to adapt in that way to really be aware that I need some sleep. That's self care. We do need that sleep time for our bodies to repair and rejuvenate. So let's hear in your comments how you all are doing with your changes that you're making, if you're making new habits or things that you've decided to creatively do in your own life. You got some comments?
Oh, I do. And I wanted to apologize to Deirdre. I pronounced your name wrong. I am so sorry. And I am very sensitive to that because people mispronounce my name all the time. So Deirdre, I do apologize and I'll get it better from now on.
Oh, I always said it Deidre also.
Yeah,
so,
it's Deirdre.
Okay,
so
now we
that's
know.
good. She gave me the pronunciation.
Oh, thank
so,
you. Thank you for that help.
Yeah, I appreciate that because I don't like to have my name mispronounced either. It's just that's who we are and that's that's it. So
yeah, it's just like me with my name. A lot of people put a Y there on the end. Oh, we've got planes again this morning.
And she's drinking tea with orange and lemon slices this morning. And okay, Diane is saying that she's doing more dedicated yoga and extra meditation, and she's loving the extra solitude.
Yeah, me too, Diane.
Sherry Kaplan, she's cooking great meals for herself.
Awesome.
Which is wonderful. And
I bet they're keto meals, aren't they, Sherry Kaplan?
Yeah, everybody's talking about Deirdre's name. Everybody apparently has mispronounced it at one point and that. So yeah, that's a good thing. You know, it's a good communication to let us know when we're off the mark a little bit.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
Yeah. Sherry says she needs to change her sleep schedule still. She was kind of addicted to the news and was up all night. And last night, she crashed early. So she's saying so she can't be consumed. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, absolutely. That's a habit that I hope people are starting to break. Is sitting and focusing on that news 24 hours a day, pretty much, because they're going to show it to you over and over and over and over as much as they can to drill that into our heads of how awful everything is. But like we talked last night on our show, that there are people that have gotten the virus that have recovered. And so it's not a death sentence to get the coronavirus. And that's what the media is not sharing. They're sharing, you get it, you die, pretty much. So, yeah, let's just have a full recovery. So, we need to just step away, I think, from the mainstream media that's going to just feed us horrible stuff and look at what's really happening. Talk to people in the world. There's an interesting idea. Talk to people in the world.
Yes.
Make a phone call. If you really want to know what's going on, make a phone call. Ask somebody, how are you doing? How's your neighborhood? How are your family? What's happening in the world? And let's get our news that way, and the real news that way, about what's happening and how people are handling it. Probably everybody's not in panic. No. I'm not in panic.
We've got a lot more comments here too. There's all kinds of people. Okay, I guess we're frozen again. Is what
didn't look like it.
Sherry and Sharon are telling us. We're not seeing frozen on our end.
No, we're not seeing it here as frozen.
So I'm going to keep talking just in case. We have, is it Johan?
Or
Joe? I am just really bad with names this morning. But from Montreal, Canada, and everything is closed except the hospital, the store, the Daly's store, and I think it's very safe to all be in quarantine for now. Julie Kiss, she says she calls her parents every day.
Yay!
And Galia in Bulgaria we have a big enlightenment happening right now, following the teacher Peter Danoff making group prayers for Bulgaria and the entire world. On the 18th of March, with group prayer, we had managed to get rid of the program of the virus, and we expect that this will be visible very soon everywhere on the world. Awesome. See, that's so positive.
Yes.
Julie says her husband has to work on a school to make a makeshift hospital in the gym here in New York. That seems to be popping up a lot. And Gilia says we have more than 10,000 people in the group prayer, people who are healers and clairvoyance abilities. Okay, Carol Allen is joining us and says we're back.
Good morning, Carol.
And Sherry says it's okay now, and Diane says it's okay now. So we're back.
We're back.
But we have a lot of comments. This is lovely. It's really wonderful.
Thank you.
Lily said, okay, Sherry wants you to know, Teri, that she's eating pasta again.
Are you? Okay, cool.
So,
well, you're skinny enough. You can do that, Sherry. I'm still staying away from pasta. I just don't do well with pasta, with any of the starches like that, and the white foods.
Good morning. Wendy's with us this morning. Good morning, Wendy. She was with us last night on Angel Heart Radio.
Thank you for coming on with us last night. Yes, Jeryl and I did Angel Heart Radio's Speaking with Angels show last night. If you missed it, you can still watch the replay. And it's on Angel Heart Radio. It's also on Enlightened World Network. I hope that all of you have gone there to Enlightened World Network. We're doing so much good there of putting out good content and quality stuff that we want to bring to you. Wow. So we have our next.
Hi, Wendy. She's waving.
Okay. We have our next Day of Transformation plan. We just did that on Sunday. The next one will be May 3rd. And guess what? Dr. Ruth Anderson, Deb Goldberg, and I are at this moment planning on being together in the Keys. And we will be broadcasting that day from the Keys, all of us together in one place. And we're so excited. We love our physical time together. So we are intending that this is going to clear up and we're going to be able to travel again and to be together again. I've heard from the angels, I heard it from the very beginning when I heard the word coronavirus, that this is going to go just as quickly as it came. So I already see that things are changing, things are happening to make that so, because they're figuring this out. Before it was an unknown, totally. We didn't know what this was and how to deal with it or how to treat it or how to vaccinate against it. So now they're making inroads in that, and So May 3rd, put that on your calendars. We already have the light workers coming forth that wanted to be part of it. Did you all watch any of it? Let's hear your comments if you watched some of our Day of Transformation that happened on Sunday. We live streamed from 9 o'clock in the morning. Well, no, let me take that back. We planned on live streaming from 9 in the morning till 9 at night. And Facebook decided that it was overloaded and we weren't able to do a lot of them live, but we did record them and showed them. And then about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I think things started straightening out and we live streamed the rest of the day. And we had some beautiful presentations, including your presentation, Jeryl.
I know, on the
you
river.
You did a blessing of the river and a prayer.
It was World Water Day. Yeah. We've got lots of comments here.
Awesome. I love it. Thank
everybody's
you
talking. This is really lovely. Carol says it was very good last night. Thank you, Carol, for the compliment.
For listening and watching.
Galia says you are doing great. I enjoy all of your meditations. But Sharon, who's in England, she says the kids are in great spirits and enjoying doing schoolwork with plenty of play and activities in between. She can't get a hold of pasta, eggs, loo roll, or tin beans, etc., or milk. And
well, you're going to have to get creative with that loo roll then.
Yeah. And Wendy says that they're shopping local now, away from the big supermarkets, and they're getting everything that they need. Sherry asks us if our cameras from our computer. Yes, it's an add-on. And also Deirdre says she's shared out that meditation with Paul Wyrostic to a few of the different groups.
Thank you.
And Anna Estrada is with us.
Hi, Anna.
And she says, I focus on my connection to the earth and laser focus on the divinity within me. I do not allow negative criticism of leaders from the media. I send love and illumination and billions of angels to our leaders who are under tremendous pressure and send divine support. Yes, I have also seen it will clear quickly. Yes, thank you. That's a really good message to us all.
We talked about that last night as we were sitting out here at the river. After our day was ended, we come out and we watch the stars and just have a beautiful conversation at night. And we talked about that, about these world leaders. And oh my goodness, we don't think, our leaders get so criticized, and especially here in the States, just really bombarded with criticism. But just think about that position that he is in and having to deal with a country where everything is coming to a halt, everything's shutting down, people are in financial crisis, and he's got that on his shoulders and having to plow through that. So I don't have a political view, and I don't want to make it a political thing, but I just thought about that last night about, wow, I would not want to be in that position myself, of that responsibility to a country that's going through such turmoil and chaos and people in panic mode. So yeah, let's really send
lots
prayers.
Of prayers. Yeah.
And let's add them in our prayer today that we do at the end, to pray for all of the world leaders, not just ours, but we're all in this, everybody. Nobody's untouched.
Wow, this is so exciting because all you guys are interacting so much. I'm loving reading these comments. Wendy wants to know more about the crystalline grid, so we can get back to her maybe on that.
Yes.
Deirdre, I'm getting it.
I know.
I'm sorry. We are going to break this habit, Deirdre. I promise you. She says, David Wilcox said the Chinese are seeing big success with vitamin C and zinc so far with this virus. And that's a point. I'm glad you mentioned that. I watched his stuff yesterday and the day before. And here's the reality, the common sense part of it. Some of the media, my husband does watch it, and so I pick it up here and there, and they're like, oh my gosh, it's going to last into the summer and everything. there's not much I think we can do about that.
Nope.
look at your face.
Okay, I
and
think
my
we're
face.
coming
This
back.
Is too. Oh, okay. I think
we're not
back
back
now.
yet, but yeah, there we are.
Oh, here we are.
We're
okay,
back.
All right. We're seeing when we're frozen now, guys. And the common sense approach is this: China is already back. Now, it took them 3 months that they went through this, but they're back to work. There's no new cases being reported. And they were the ones who had to start figuring it out first. So that 3 months, there was a lot of time. They didn't know what was happening. They didn't know what it was or anything else. We're out of the game because of their experience. So just common sense would tell us that this isn't long as it did there. Right. And, so we're in a much different place here. I know reported this morning on Facebook that he and his wife contracted it. They're doing well now. Stay in. The more we stay in, the quicker this is all going to be over.
That's true. Can I address the one that asked about the crystalline grid?
Yes.
Okay, so we're
Wendy.
We're doing it again, Wendy, this Sunday. I believe that streaming starts at 6:30 at night, and we'll be on for an hour and a half. And part of that is doing the crystalline grid again. So what we have and what we've discovered is that there is a grid around the Earth. You may be familiar with some of the vortex points like Sedona, the points in Peru, Mount Shasta here in the States. There's a point in Hawaii and of the pyramids over in Egypt. So there's vortexes of energy all around the Earth, and there's a grid of light connected with those vortexes. The stronger the energy coming from the vortexes, the more that light is able to bounce back over to Earth and cover us with healing energy and with beautiful peace energy. So as light workers, we can add to that frequency on the grid by lifting our vibration, by sending up this beautiful, powerful energy that's inside of us and working together. And that's what we do when we do the grid activations. We ask everybody to join together in a circle. Envision that you're holding hands with each other and all of us together lifting our collective vibration up to those points of light on the grid so that it can increase and it can make a difference in what we're feeling, how we're feeling here on Earth. So we'll be doing it again Saturday night, starting at 6:30 Eastern Time. Ruth Anderson, myself, and Deb Goldberg will be on for an hour and a half. Yes. And then at 8 o'clock, Jeryl Ann will be on with Rising Up. So you have an opportunity this Saturday night, if you're not doing anything else, which most people aren't now because, let's face it, there's not a lot to go out and do right now, is there? But we'll be on, and that'll be your Saturday night entertainment lineup.
Yes,
so just look at it that way and pour some positive into your life right now. Get your family to sit down and watch it with you. There may be people in your family, like I know a lot of people, there's one or two people in the family that are connected spiritually and understand, what spirituality means, but others may be still like, I don't get it, I'm not there. Yeah. So it's an opportunity for us to really let others see what we are doing and what it's all about. So I hope you'll join us, at least for some of it.
Absolutely. And okay, we've got some more comments. Lou roll is toilet paper. For those of you that no, we had the question. No, we had the question here on the thing. So
yeah, Sharon's in the UK, so they go to the loo over there.
And, oh yeah, well, Deirdre, we will notify you about the Saturday night stuff. And also, Deirdre made a really good point. The Mother Gaia has chakras as well.
Yes.
I mean, Mother Gaia is a living, breathing being, just like we are living, breathing beings, and we have the same system. And so what we do within so within, so without, and that grid not only affects our chakra systems, but it affects Mother Gaia's as well. Um, Oh, Diane says, Beiersdorfer, she says, I am loving spending time with you too. Thank you for being so available. It's truly our pleasure. I'll tell you this, I really look forward to this in the morning and seeing all your comments. It's like having you all here at the river with us and having this wonderful conversation going on. And I'm bouncing, but oops, I somehow lost these. I'm bouncing back and forth between the comments on the different channels. I just lost that one. I'm going to have to try to find it again. Oh, and okay, so Sharon, Joanne Caroline McQuillan, she is with us, and welcome. And I hope you have your cup of coffee and everything. Um, Anna Estrada says Mount Shasta is super active, a beautiful vibration to match with our own individual root chakras. That's wonderful. Um, and let's see. Let's see what else we got going on here. Okay. Yeah. Deirdre says she really looks forward to her river family too. And you know what? That's what we're becoming here in the mornings. It's when Kevin Morris came over to teach angelic Reiki to a bunch of us, we did it here at the river, and we call ourselves the Angelic Reiki River Soul Sisters. And that family is expanding, and you're part of our family now and part of the river family. And this river, the water, it's so peaceful and so soothing. Honestly, I wish I could just put everybody here and everyone could be here with us and experience this all together in person. But this is the next best thing.
This is the next best thing.
Yeah.
And it's a way for us to still connect and to, I feel like we're building a little community here in the mornings to really get to know each other and interact with each other. And I think it's beautiful because I've seen, as I look at the comments, and I do look at them after we're done with the broadcast, I've seen people saying hello to each other and saying good morning to each other and interacting that way. So do that, please. Say hi to your neighbor that's right here with us together right now in this community, and let's get to know each other. Know what you're all about. Because when you see somebody on Facebook, you might see, oh, they're an energy healer, or they're a hairdresser, they're this, they're that. But let's get to know the real us, right?
Yeah, this is the real inside.
Us. This is real and raw for us.
Yeah, this is so nice. And Wendy says, Sharon, they've done the Paul Roy Rostick meditation. Please go see that. And Carolyn is replying back. Also, Lily said, when you talk about Mother Gaia, I have to tell you, I have felt her heartbeat 2 times in my garden. It felt amazing, and it was so strong. And Wendy says that's a good name, the River Family, and that's really what we are.
I love it.
Yeah, Diane says beautiful, and Wendy agrees. And that's just it. Just, it's so lovely to be here together with each and every one of you.
It is. You know what? I think we should make a Facebook group, the River Family. If we do that, would you all come into it? And well, it's interesting because we were just talking last night about doing some angelic Reiki for a group.
Yeah, we want to do that for you all.
For a group. So I will create the group today. It won't be a page, it'll be a group where you can interact with each other, and we can hold discussions in there just like we are every morning at the river, and bring up topics to talk about and just kind of keep in touch with each other.
Oh, Wendy says, yes, please do. Awesome. And Deirdre says, absolutely.
Yay.
So we will
Thank
do
you
that.
Guys.
We will get on that. So
I love you so much.
We're keeping Teri really busy here at the river.
That's right.
I tell you what.
Love it.
I have never been so busy in isolation in my life.
Yeah.
That's
my life.
I know.
I go. I'm the Energizer Bunny.
Yes.
I'm constantly getting this information from my angels and from spirit guides that different things to do. And right now they have told me to say yes to everything.
Yeah,
so I'm saying yes to creating a group.
This is the yes girl here.
I am the yes girl.
Okay.
And I'm going to, in about 4 minutes, I'm going to start us into meditation and prayer. And I feel like we need to connect to Mother Gaia today. So that's what we'll do in our meditation time.
And also send out to our leaders.
And anybody that has a prayer request, if there's something you're in need of, you know how we're doing this now. We've gotten into a new habit here. Just type in the comments if there's something that you need us to lift you up for in prayer. Because let's speak it into existence, whatever it is. If you need health, if you need to somehow have the finances to survive during this time, to keep that roof over your head. I have heard there are I don't know if it's a law, but it's been said for landlords not to dock people, not to evict them, or whatever, for them not being late with their rent or their mortgage. So if you need help with finances and need to have a stream of income coming in, let's put that out there in the comments. Whatever it is you need in your life right now to be lifted up for, put it in the comments. Maybe it's a family member or someone you know that's ill. Put that in there. Lillian, we're definitely going to keep you in our prayers lifted up. And your mom. And my friend Mariana, who has family over in Italy. All of her family's there. And I have another friend, Mary, that has a lot of her family over in Italy. So let's put Italy in there. Every Monday night I hold a private group on Zoom. It's not streamed out anywhere. It's called The Power of Intentions. And this comes from, I think it's Lynn McTaggart's Power of Eight. And we just had such a beautiful meditation and lifting each other up last night. And I saw the vision of Italy as a boot. And the boot was kicking up in the air. It's like, yeah, we're kicking this. We're dancing again. So let's put Italy in our mix today.
Absolutely.
Keep lifting it up for all of those who are heavily affected there.
Let me, I just would like to get in a last couple of comments here before we start the prayers. Okay. A lot of people are saying, yes, we're seeing that, and we will make sure everyone gets notified. It is, Wendy says that is correct about the landlords. We want to include Deirdre's daughter, Danya's going through a really rough time. She lives in fear and she could use some healing. So we will definitely add that. Anna Estrada asked if we would like us to pray for creative revenue streams for light workers to fully contribute our gifts and talents. That is a wonderful thing.
Yes, thank you. Because I'm in that same boat.
Yeah, so am I. Spain is suffering more deaths at an alarming rate, so we'll include Spain. Also, Lily would like to include her grandson Gabriel, so that he's safe. And prayers and love to all of you here, Lily said. And I just have to read this from Diane. She says, we're all getting a huge attunement right now. And come to my mountains and bring the river. Would not that be the most perfect combination, Diane?
I bet you have beautiful rivers there too,
yes.
Diane. You'll have to explore and find one.
We have a new viewer, Lene Bolin, and she would love prayers, please. She's struggling with anger over constantly being the target of a coworker that plays head games. Okay. Yeah, that's tough. And so we're gonna keep you in our prayers, Lene.
Yeah, pray for you to take your power back.
Yes. And Carol Allen says, I'm so new to this. I don't know where to learn about Gaia. Do you have something that you can tell her there, Teri?
Absolutely. When we create the group, Carol, I hope that you will be a part of it. And we can hold some really in-depth discussions in there. I'll be happy to do that and really go into what it means to honor our earth. You know, I'm Native American heritage, and the Native Americans always, from the beginning of time, they have honored Mother Earth. We call it Mother Gaia, and that energy responds when it's honored. And that's what's happening right now. It's responding to peace. It's responding to not being um, dumped all over with garbage on land, garbage in the water. The trees, everything is really responding to that energy of peace right now and tranquility. And you can see it. You can see it in the birds. You can see it in the wildlife. And was it in Venice that the dolphins have started to come
the waters are clear for the first time?
So that's Mother Gaia. That's our beautiful planet that we live on, and we can hold some really great discussions in the group and have time together for that. So I'm looking forward to creating that today, and I will let you all know. I'll invite you. We'll look at the names of who all was on with us, and we'll invite you, and then you can invite others. Let's make it a beautiful group where we really have a place we can express ourselves.
We do have a couple of more prayer requests I really want to get in here. Prayers for Nella. This is from Wendy Roberts. Prayers from Nella, suffering from a terminal disorder. She is just 5 years old. And for Christine with MS. We will include both of those.
Yes.
Catherine, good morning. Catherine Kovacs is just joining us.
Hi, Catherine.
And Darlene asks that we give her prayers that the lesion on her left kidney goes away.
Absolutely.
And good morning, Joanne Castrillo. She's just joining us.
Oh, I love you so much. I miss you, my girl.
Yeah. And Sharon's asking for healing and strength to everyone. So yeah, that's, I think if we missed you, I apologize.
Well,
I think I got everybody.
If you haven't had time to type it in yet, go ahead and type it in, because you know, we'll lift everybody up that types something into the comments. Right. So let's hi, Angel.
Yeah.
You scooch around here, Pity.
We kind of have to move around this one here.
We adapt to her. All right, so let's do this. We love to go into coherence before we pray.
Yes.
So if you want to place your hand on your heart, or just a couple of fingers there, something, wherever you're touching on your body, your focus goes there. You're able to really feel your heart. And let's feel our heartbeat today. Let's get in there and take a deep breath in.
And Catherine will be praying for you as well.
Thank you, Catherine.
We're praying for everyone.
Deep breath in, hold it, and release it. Let's just calm the energy down. Let your body calm down. Keep breathing in deeply. You've got your hand over your heart. Maybe you can feel your own heartbeat. Become aware of it. Feel what that feels like. Feel it slowing down just a little bit as your body becomes more calm. And as the heart starts communicating with the brain, that's the coherent state you're going into. So just continue to breathe in. If you have your eyes open, focus on that scene of the river, that calmness, that beauty. And now as you feel into your heartbeat, Start to feel the heartbeat of Mother Earth. See them coming into sync together. Your heart and Mother Gaia's heart beating with a rhythm, a beautiful drum beat. It's slow, peaceful. Let that flow all through you as peace. That's where we want to go right now, peace and calm. And in that peaceful, calm state, just envision you are sitting right here on this bench with myself, with Jeryl Ann, with Angel. She'll make room for you. And let's just sit here at the river, listening to the sounds of nature. And let's start giving thanks. Let's give gratitude for this world that we live in. Gratitude that there is enough. There is enough for all of us. We have resources. And let's call in our beautiful angels to surround us here at the river and wherever you may be in your physical body. From the east, let's call in Archangel Raphael, our angel of healing, the angel that right now is working so diligently with doctors, with the scientists that are developing whatever is needed to handle this coronavirus. Thank you, Raphael, for healing. Thank you for healing us emotionally as well and helping us to understand that that panic, that fear can be replaced by love. From the south, let's call in Archangel Michael. Michael is our protector angel, and he's the one that right now is helping us to cut the cords of fear, to bring up things in our life, to be healed, and to let go of, to release out of our energy system. That's part of the solitude, to really go inside and pull all of that out that's residing in there so that we can go into peace and calm. And from the west, let's ask Archangel Gabriel to be with all of us right now for some clarity, to help us see with our spiritual eyes and see the bigger picture of what we're going into instead of focusing more on the panic and chaos and the unknown. We're asking Gabriel to to strengthen us in our knowledge. And then from the north, we invite in Archangel Uriel. Uriel will help us to connect deeper into Mother Gaia, to really connect with the crystal center that's in the middle of Gaia, to bring that energy up to us and help us all to heal, help us all to have peace. And that's where we're going with this. We're going into peace, into that state where we know to be kind to each other. We know to hold each other up, which is what we're doing right now. So now let's connect with Source, with God energy. And Mother, Father, God, we ask you right now to hear all these prayers that were lifted up. Everyone that has a burden in their heart, that has someone that they love, that they're concerned about, or maybe they're concerned about themselves. Whatever it is, God, you already know. You know our hearts. You see the beat of our heart, and right now we're connected with the heartbeat of Mother Earth. So we lift our planet, our entire planet, up right now for healing, for peace, for each inhabitant to really fully understand what it means to connect into the oneness. We lift up those individual countries that have been hit so hard with this virus. We lift up Italy. We lift up Spain. We lift up New York and Washington that we know have really struggled with this. Anyone that's traveling right now, let's lift them up. And those of us who do not have an income right now because for all of us, there's enough resources out there. And let us help each other. Let us call our neighbors or check on our neighbors and our family. Give us that nudge to pick up the phone, to really connect and let our voices be heard. Many of us are in isolation right now, or in quarantine, or can't go out and visit with the families and have family get-togethers. So help us to understand that the necessity of the voices being heard. And I thank you, God, for all of us that are gathering together, that are coming into a new community. Thank you for the beauty here at the river. Thank you for Jeryl Ann and for Sam, for Angel and Brookie, that they're sharing this space with all of us, with anyone who chooses to come to the river, whether it's virtually or physically. And I pray for health, continued health for myself, for Jeryl Ann and her family, for all of us that are gathered together. I lift everyone up for continued good health and for healing of anything that's needed in any way, physically, spiritually, mentally, or emotionally. And any other prayer requests that were put out there that I am not bringing out with my voice right now. God, you know the intention behind those prayer requests. You know our hearts, and you know who is right now lifting someone or lifting themselves up in prayer. And I just pray for that touch. We're praying for a miracle today. We're praying for a miracle of all of this clearing up expediently. And as we've been told, it will happen that way. And we just are patiently waiting for that outcome. So thank you. We're trusting, we're having faith. I believe. And if all of us together that are listening to my voice right now, let's all together say, either out loud or in your hearts, I believe in angels.
I believe in angels.
I just got chills. I believe. Yes, they are here. They're real. And they're in our lives as those helpers, those messengers. Tap into them today. Let them surround you today. I see all of you surrounded by beautiful white light energy. Feel into that energy. Let that be peaceful in your life. And then send that peace out to someone or to humanity, to our earth. I love you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, God. Thank you, angels. And thank you, earth angels, all of you who are here with us, who are lifting each other up. Thank you.
Yes.
We love you.
And so it is.
And so it is. Yeah. And we'll be back tomorrow morning.
Can we wait 1 minute?
1 minute, okay.
I hope Sharon Boyle is still with us. This Sharon is my wee dog.
That's Brookie.
This is Brookie. This is Angel. She's our big girl. But this, we were talking yesterday about being my wee dog. My wee dog.
Her wee dog.
This is her. This is Brookie. She's my little girl. She's not so little anymore, but she's my little one. She's my baby. So all of us from the river here, we're sending our love and our energy out to you. And we're so grateful that we have you to spend our morning with. It sets my day up beautifully, and I feel so much better.
And that's our hope for all of you too, that you're really benefiting from this. That's we want to minister. It's like Siri, how can I help you? And this is how we can contribute to it, to the solution, and step away from the problem for just a few moments and really feel into what can we do and how we can help. So thank you to all of you. I love you so much.
And just real quick, good morning, Sherry. We had a few come on. Good morning, Kirsty and Darlene. You're also welcome. We appreciate all your thanks. And oh, thank you, Teri and Jeryl Ann. Love to all gathered here at the river. And I think that's what's happening. We're all falling in love with each other and getting to know each other and supporting each other through this. Oh, there goes some people out on the boat, having a beautiful morning out on the river. So thank you so much. I love you all so much. I'm so grateful for your company in the morning.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we'll be back tomorrow morning at 7:30. And today I will create the group, The River Family.
The River Family.
And we will invite you. And so look for it. If we didn't invite you, go look for it.
I can't remember who it was. Oh, I think it was Anna. She said Angelic River Family. What do you think?
River Family.
I like that. Does everybody like that? Angelic River Family.
Let's get some thumbs up or hearts for that one. What you say? Angelic River Family. I love it. And we will call in those angels every day in that group.
Yes.
And we'll include this live stream in that group as well.
Right. Yeah.
All right, people. I love you so much. We've got a day to go do.
Oh yeah, we got stuff to do for sure.
I have a massage to go get.
Yes. I'm not really working, but at least I have her I can work on, so I'm not going to let my skills get rusty. So, yeah.
I love you.
Love you guys.
Mwah. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.